Welcome back. In this video I'm going to be talking about buying a domain. So why do we need a domain? Well, if we have a domain, then we have a presence on the internet. So we might choose to have something .com, and once we have that domain we can then host it somewhere. So at that point we're able to create our websites and everything. So the website has to sit on the domain, and the domain sits on some kind of hosting. So where do we buy a domain? Well, a lot of people like to use a company called Namecheap, and you'll find them at www.namecheap.com. Alternatively, there's a site called GoDaddy, which you will find at www.godaddy.com. I personally prefer to buy my domains at GoDaddy. I find their service very good, and I tend to host it somewhere else. So what kinds of domains should we buy? Well, the obvious one is .com. Everybody knows .com. It's pretty universal. You have Amazon.com, eBay.com, Microsoft.com. So it's fairly familiar to everyone. But if you can't get .com, it's not always possible that your domain name will be available as a .com. So alternatives are things like .net and .org. And to be honest, they're really just as good, I think, because they can rank pretty highly in the search engines quite well. Another very cheap one is .info. Now, some people think that .info is associated with spam sites, but I personally have nothing against .info. I think they can rank quite highly in the search engines, but generally, if you're looking to buy your domain for a serious kind of site, then you're better off going for .com. And if you can't get that, look at .net or .org. So now you've got to host your new domain somewhere. Now HostGator is a very popular hosting service, and you find them at www.hostgator.com. And the reason I like them is because everything's pretty easy to work with, and they're fairly cheap, and support is really good as well. They reply back pretty quickly. We're not talking hours or days here. They can reply within 30 minutes or something like that, depending on how busy they are, but generally I find their service to be extremely good. And you need to choose some kind of hosting plan. They vary in price depending on what you want, but a very popular one to go for is something called the Baby Plan. And this allows you to host unlimited domains within the plan itself, and it starts from just $6.36 a month. So take a look at the Baby Plan. I highly recommend it for hosting your websites at HostGator. So here I am at the GoDaddy website at godaddy.com, and what you want to do is you want to sign up and create an account, and you want to enter your bank details and things like that. So when you come to pay, you don't need to fill all those things in again. So here, as it's the end of the current year, they've got this thing here for Happy New Year. But generally, when you come to the GoDaddy site, you will see a search box here which will allow you to type in your domain. So I've done a bit of Google keyword tool research, and I was actually looking for keyword online marketing, and what happened was that it brought up a number of results here, and the one that appealed to me was this one, web marketing services. So I thought I'd use that keyword web marketing services in the domain name. So I could have webmarketingservices.com or something like that. So now if I come into GoDaddy and I actually search for that term, Web marketing services. I don't need the .com on the end. And I do search. And unfortunately it's already taken, so I can't actually use this. But what I can do, because I'm in London and my marketing services are tailored specifically to the London area, I could try another search, but this time instead of web marketing services I could try putting London web marketing services in there. Alternatives are, you could try it with dashes, so it could be web marketing dash services, although I don't recommend putting dashes in domain names, but some people do and it's fine for them. Or instead of having London here at the front, you could put something like best web marketing services. So let's try it now with London web marketing services, and I'll do a search for that. Success. It says congratulations, London webmarketingservices.com is available. So looking down here, we also have some alternatives, .info, .net, .org, various things. Because I'm in the UK, I could have chosen London webmarketingservices.co.uk, but I've gone with .com for now. .com is the one which a lot of people tend to be familiar with around the world. Alternatively, there's .info. Some people don't like using it because they think it's associated with spam websites, but .infos can actually rank highly in the search engines as well. The other important ones are .net and .org. So if .com is not available, have a look for .net and .org. So now all I need to do is I could either click add or continue to checkout. I'm just going to click continue to checkout. And here it gives you the option now if you want to privately register it, and other options here, certified domain with website seal. I tend not to, so I'll just click continue on these. I don't want to have my hosting here. I'm going to have it somewhere else, and I don't want email or any of these other options, so I always just tend to click continue until I get to the very end. And here it's asking me how many years I want this domain for. Well, I just tend to have it for the 1 year, because I want to see how that domain works out for me. You know, do I get some good business from it? Do I make any sales from it? I think 1 year is a good period for me to test that, so I'm just going to put 1 year in there. And that's it. That's all you have to do. And they've got an option here, if you want to round up for charity, you can tick that. Otherwise, just continue to check out. You just have to agree to the terms and conditions here. Just put a tick in that box, and you might just want to have a look at the order summary just to make sure it's all okay. And then all you need to do is just click on the place order button here, and you'll get an email from GoDaddy confirming that you've made the purchase. Here's the message: thank you, Paul, your order is now complete. So that's it. I bought that domain name now, and all I need to do now is to host that domain name somewhere. But before I do that, I just need to configure a few things within GoDaddy itself. Right, so I've bought my domain name. I've decided I'm not going to host the domain with GoDaddy. I'm going to actually host it with HostGator. That's just my personal preference. I find that serves me quite well, and HostGator's one of the biggest hosting companies for websites. So because I'm hosting it somewhere else, I need to tell GoDaddy that I'm going to be doing this. So the way to do that is you have to set what's known as the name servers. So come into GoDaddy and come to where it says All Products, come to Domains, and then on the right hand side we can see, oops, slipped over, go down to Management and select Domain Management. And then we just want to find our domain and click on it. And that takes us into this page called Domain Details. And we just want to scroll down here to the bottom, so where it says Name Servers, and just click on the link that says Set Name Servers. And the option you want to take is the one at the bottom that says I have a specific name servers for my domains. So just click on that, and then it will ask you to fill in the name server details. So you need to scrub out these ones here and put in the ones for HostGator. So it's going to be something like this, ns2945.hostgator.com, and the other one will be 2946. You might want to check these numbers, but these are the ones I'm going to be using. So that's it. All you need are those two entries there, name server 1, name server 2, and then just click OK. Now it's normally pretty quick, it's normally pretty instant, although it says here it can take up to 2 hours, but I've never found it to be anything more than just a few minutes. So click OK. So those changes should actually go through instantly. So now when I go to HostGator, I should actually be able to use this domain there.